Warning, I swear a lot.
Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Stellaris. So, the video we did, it wasn't insanely popular or anything like that, but the people who did watch it seemed to really like it. So I say, let's keep it going. Let's keep playing with our bug friends. This has more fucking ships in it than I remember. What? Wait, there are 2 fleets? When did I get 2? How far did I get with this? I don't even remember the shit I did. I mean, to be fair, I kept a lot of the, more dry, like, gameplay-focused, construction-y stuff out of the video because I didn't feel it was the most interesting thing about what was going on, but it turns out I have 2 fleets and I own all of this. I know I did this, I just don't fucking remember doing it. Okay, fine, whatever, it's cool. Let's just keep going. Let's keep it going. Event chain precursors to the Cybrex. LV-413 is in fact an artificially constructed object, carefully concealed within a thin layer of rock to make it appear as an asteroid. The hollow interior houses an ancient Cybrex listening post, which was used to spy on space traffic within the system. It has long since ceased functioning. Issue special project. Oh, let's do that. I fucking love special projects. Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're fucking hype as fuck. Let's go for it. So this was the thing I definitely expressed during / towards the end of the last video, and I really want to re-emphasize now, is I love my bugs. I love them. I don't know why, but they're just so charming to me. And I might move them away from the sort of tyrannid mindset and more towards morally questionable researchers, because I think it's a fun mentality for them. Speaking of which, I think we could probably do some research posts. But we also need more consumer goods, so there are many things we need to work on. Get that. Get that. Towards the end of the game, I start to automate construction on these planets, because I tend to have fucking tons. And yeah, you know, that's a lot to manage every 2 seconds. And the game's pace could already be considered glacial at best a lot of the time. So this makes sense to me. We've explored a teeny tiny part of the galaxy. We've carved out our own little niche, but we need to keep going. I need as much stuff as possible. One of you two can go back to automatic construction. Hello, an archaeological of sight event. As we expected, the interior of this solar sailor is appropriately archaic. The bridge resembles the deck of an old planet-bound sailing ship, destined to sail on watery seas. The deck plating appears to be metal, but most surfaces are covered with carved wood, a contrast to the glass-like substance on viewports and data screens. Powering up the ship's computers, we have found a data file with an old-fashioned seafarer's song. According to our archaeologist, this melody was once known as a sea chanty or space shanty. We are attempting to transcribe the lyrics. Intriguing. Yes, the crypterminids need a space shanty for us to sing as we go across space, hating other races. I need to be careful what I say, or YouTube's like automated thing is gonna pick up on me and be like, are you being a racist? Are you being an actual racist? And I'm like, no, it's all in video game and not real people or real things. It's all aliens and space aliens, you know. We're playing as xenophobes. I have to lean into it a little. The hostile and unforgiving world of Tyee 4 was home to what once appears to have been a large Cybrex base. Nothing remains of it now aside from scattered debris in a large crater. We will have to investigate the site of the base more clearly if we are to learn more.
Situation updated.
Fuck yeah. Do it. I want my bugs to build a robot army.
Research complete.
Which we could actually do. Blue lasers, how lovely. Research. I want more research. We need more research. Immediately after we completed the restoration and reactivation of the data files, a thrumming musical cadence surged throughout the ship, accompanied by the auto-tuned voices of ancient mariners. Transcription follows. Come, all you young spacefarers, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of our fish from the sea. And if it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up come the solar winds, taking us far, all through the space lanes and out to the stars. And if it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows, then we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey, blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Translate more. I want more lyrics. We need a full song. And then I need to get Harry and Sweetman to agree to cover it. A goth sea shanty. Hey, that could be pretty cool, actually. I'll ask them. Sweetman's probably listening to this right now. It's like, no fucking way. Absolutely not. I have standards. And I'm like, fuck your standards. We're doing it. The problem is we would have to make up our own cadence. We would literally have to write the song from scratch because there is no audio in the game. So that might be tricky. Why don't you all go to the Velvet Dead YouTube channel and request the Stellaris sea shanty song? That might get it going. Get pop growth speed, that's good. We want as many bugs as possible. I want so many bugs. Big armies, tons of bugs. Fun for all the family. Lean in, more research labs. I want Lone Defender to be a defensive planet. I did discuss this previously. Plus, strongholds do have value. They provide naval capacity, don't they? Or the soldiers. Yeah, soldiers increase naval capacity, stability, and spawn defense armies. So I can turn this into a fortress world, and that can actually have some benefits. This isn't the best way to do it, but come on, the planet's called Lone Defender. It should be a warrior planet. Warrior bugs, battle bugs, ready to fight those horrible aliens and eat them, maybe? Is for me? This alien carcass is for me? Could be. Oh, we can upgrade our rushes now. Excellent. Yeah, do it. Good, good. Yes, save that. Good. And now we can upgrade our fleet with our new blue lasers. Wait, Clomet. Oh, yeah, Frigate Hive Dark Wanderer. Yeah, that's a frigate we found, not a frigate we built. Okay, yeah, I need to remind myself. It hasn't even been that long, and I'm already forgetting things. In my defense, it's because I have another save file going off. Oh, we do also have cannon class frigates. Yeah, I remember now. What was I going to say? In my defense, I'm also running a save game off camera. And we recently had a war with a fallen empire, in fact, which was fucking scary. We managed to force them to a white peace with the help of our allies. We fought them at a massive, climactic, end-of-movie battle in our capital system, and we managed to fend them off and then draw them to the negotiation table. But fuck, that was scary, and I bet we're gonna have to do it again. Here. Looking forward to it. I think it'll be hype. Relrate has been identified as a terraforming candidate. The planet will be tracked as a future potential future colonization target. Ah, yes. Terraforming bugs. I find the notion of a planet-altering bug offensive. As we explored the ship, further attempts to power it up and recover its data files unlocked more stanzas of the ancient space shanty. The ship's holographic display vibrantly projected images of sailors and spacefarers singing and dancing in accompaniment. Up comes the great dragon in search of our home, through space to a place that's beneath the waves and foam. And it's windy weather boys, stormy weather boys, when the wind blows and we're all together boys. Blow ye winds fringewood, hey blow ye winds blow. Out to the galaxy, steady she goes. Up comes the Yankee, the king of deep space, racing our ships in a hyperspace chase. Chorus repeats. Up comes Leviathan, tentacles grasp, choking our ship as we shiver and gasp. Chorus repeats. More lyrics. Let's go. I didn't think when I endeavored to make like a galaxy scouring wave of death insect race, I didn't think it would be so lighthearted and fun.
Ships upgraded.
But lo and behold, here we are. Nice, energy siphon. Yeah, I wanted that. I want to have the most unconventional, scary weapons possible. Not necessarily good weapons, just scary ones. When people will be telling stories being like, those, I hear the bugs, they can leech the life from your ships, and they... Eventually this will be a thing. They have bred space amoebas and use them in combat, and it's going to be a whole thing. I can't wait. Alien Zoo, yes, we might not be genocidal as much as we'll just be real dicks in a researchy manner. I don't know, I'm still figuring out our identity, really, but fun options that we could potentially run into. Now, fleet management. I realize that blue lasers are probably better than energy siphon, but I don't care. Tianki Grave Mound. It's hard to determine if Orek Vul is even a planet. Preliminary drilling has only revealed strata upon strata of biological tissue. According to estimations, it would take 2,435,463 Tianki bodies to produce a planetary mass of this size, with a margin of error equal to 5.3%, which is actually quite a lot. Even assuming the existence of a rocky core upon which the corpses are layered, the number of specimens involved is still significant. Did someone or something bring the Tianki here to die, or are they naturally drawn to this place as their final hour draws near? Keep digging! I want more information on these space whales. Ooh, another unclaimed system. Yeah, go get it. And we need another colony ship. Yes, we do. We're also going to need more shipyards. That was a mistake I made in my other playthrough where I only had the one shipyard, and I didn't realize just how long it would take for ships to get around. It takes a while. Some form of aesthetic design has been employed over most of the surface landscape on Wenkwart Artem. Our scientists suspect that even the remaining untouched areas are merely crafted wilderness, there to serve a wider horticultural goal. Towards the conclusion of our research, we stumbled across a beacon, the sole example of technology on this world. When activated, it uploaded a catalogue of every plant and animal species found on Wenkwart Artem, as well as a reference pointer to nearby railroad. No clue was left with which to identify the planet's designers. An entire catalogue of a whole xeno world of xeno life forms, so that bugs can all sit around on the sofa with their little bug children and their little animal picture books and be like, look, little bug Timmy, at these disgusting xenos. And Timmy's like, gross! And then they all wriggle their little bug arms. Oh, and it begins an event chain. Nice. Special project, pure dry landscaping.
Situation log updated.
Hell yeah. Can we get a science ship over there, please? Please, please, please. Oh, hello, you're right there. Yes. Yes, friend, get over there and make it happen. Science ship Hive Ritvul has encountered a hostile Caretaker Division 14 WW fleet in Wenkwart and is attempting to evade them. I like the idea of extra subflight speed, so Aubrey Luitz, you go deal with them. There's space whales. And we get a shipyard there, and then we can spread out our fleets to cover more ground in the event of random fleets and/or pirates. We can deal with them. Mountains and rivers of railroad. The vast geometric forms on railroad are certainly not of natural origin. The planet's stylized landscape is reminiscent of a vast and dusty sea, punctuated with rocks which range in size from small boulders to landed asteroids. Our researchers conclude that this landscape is likely an art piece, or else is part of some ritual practice. However, the only perpetrators appear to be the gardening drones we saw earlier. Our attempts to backtrace their origin have yielded no results. Perhaps time will tell. Well, as happiness, upkeep from jobs, and science. And Railray is the place we're going to be settling, so that's interesting. Oh, and... well, no, it's not actually, beg your pardon, Wenkwart. Wenkwart Artem is the place we're going to be settling, which is a hilarious name for a planet, by the way. Low on food again, what else is new? Not enough housing. Oh, I do believe we can fix that. Yes, we can. This place does have armies. Quite strong ones. Not many, but they're quite strong. Like I said, this place doesn't produce many resources from jobs, so I think just having it as like a fortress planet would be pretty good. I don't know how much value that'll actually have, but being able to recruit armies from there will be good, I guess. And increases to naval capacity is always helpful. I just want to have a fortress world. I want Acadia. I want Bugcadia. We're making Bugcadia. No further questions. I wonder if we can take control of the space whales. Space bugs riding space whales into battle. That could be pretty good. Gonna be real with you, I do just want destroyers. I want big, meaty ships with big, meaty claws. Can I put claws on my ships? Is that a thing we can do? Can I call in Gregor as a ship designer? Our archaeologists have unearthed a stash of potent potables. Were the sailors consuming these foul fluids? We will not ingest these strange liquids. Our exploration of the ship is already sufficiently intoxicating. Up come the lithoids, all hewn from their stone. These boulders are bolder when they're not alone. Chorus. Up come the necroids, all fearsome and great. You can't kill them, mateys, they'll reanimate. Chorus. Up come swarms of robots. Get ready to run. Fight 1, 10, a dozen, 1101. Chorus. We want more lyrics. This will be the cornerstone of our society, will be the fact that we stole a much older society's sea shanty. This will be very, very good. Siegfried, how goes Siegfried, how goes the development of our sea shanty? Off-key and obnoxious, sir. Very good. Yeah, colonize the planet. Tai Prime, yes. Tianki Grave Mound. The unusual liveliness of the dead Tianki covering the surface of Auric Vul seems to be a byproduct of their regenerative capabilities. Even if technically dead, the bodies are still reassembling themselves. This system is unusually rich in nourishing substances typically found in the gas giants where Tianki graze. Perhaps that explains why this behavior hasn't been observed before. The discovery does not explain why the dead seem to move as if controlled by a single mind, extending their tentacles to encroach upon the new carcasses falling on the planet. Further excavations will hopefully reveal new insights on the inner workings of this place. Or being. Our scientists are still divided on the exact nomenclature. Oh my god, it's a necromantic planet. It is literally a necromantic planet. The planet is a necromancer. Let's fucking go. We have found debris on Tyee 4 from a large ship that does not appear to have been of Cybrex origin in the crater that was once the site of their base. Our archaeologists speculate that the ship belonged to one of the organic civilizations under Cybrex attack. If so, it may have been sent to collide with the base on some kind of suicide run. No other explanation for the destruction of the base has been found. An interesting find. Cybrex artifacts and engineering research. How many of those artifacts do we have so far? 2. We're about to get a third. Apparently this has been halted. What is the meaning of this? I didn't tell you people to stop. What is the meaning of this? You insect. Get over there and research it. Ow! I shan't be defied. Wow, our fucking influence is going up super quick. We need to start claiming some of these systems. Jesus Christ. Okay, that reminds me. I'm not making use of edicts, and I really fucking should. We'll go with information quarantine for now, I think. Extra stability on all planets will keep them in line.
Research complete.
Even on the shit planets for losers. More research, you love it. Oh, more opportunity to exploit resources. But that would take a very long time. Improved deflectors would improve our combat capabilities significantly. An archaeological site in our empire has been fully excavated. Our exploration has revealed a glance of ancient history, displaying the zeal and courage of ancient explorers. Clearly, the captain used this space shanty to motivate and coordinate the crew. Perhaps they even sang along. Our archaeologists are suggesting this performance should be preserved in a museum installation. As for the ancient melody, we've transcribed all the lyrics we could find and added them to our databanks. Our own sailors now have a habit of singing versions of their own space shanties, which should improve their morale and efficiency. We rose from the ocean and reached for the sky. We're building an empire that will never die. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys, when the wind blows and we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds fringeward, hey! Blow ye winds blow, out to the galaxy, steady she goes. It's time to untether from this ancient vessel, casting off the hawser as we set sail in solar winds, steady as she goes. Harmonious crew modifier added sublight speed plus 10%. Yeah! What a absolute joy and fun. We do need more minerals though, we're running a little low. And we're also running out of money, which is something of an issue. A closer study of asteroid LV-413, in reality a hidden Cybrex listening post, has produced some interesting results. For whatever reason, the asteroid was left behind when the rest of the Cybrex vanished from the galaxy. It remained functional for at least 50,000 years after the disappearance, despite increasingly erratic behavior from its administrative AI. After more than 5 trillion failed attempts to connect with the Cybrex subspace hub, the AI appears to have suicided by short-circuiting all of the asteroid's systems. An interesting find. Good stuff, good stuff. Not what happens to the AI, but just the fact that we did the research. It's very good. Get going, lads. Haven't got much in the way of surveyed systems at the moment. The researchers are all caught up with important projects, and very importantly, researching the horrible aliens so that we can better destroy them with our superior bug limbs. Yes, it's not our fault they're just so fucking interesting. Our excavations unearthed a complex network of tunnels extending under the surface of Onek Vul. Chemical analysis confirms the walls are entirely composed of highly compressed Tianki tissue, the flesh still warm and hardly decomposed despite rivaling the age of our empire. It's as if the corpses were fused together, reshaped and modified to form this place. But why? Keep digging. Oh no. We must take control of this giant living planet. For our own purposes, turn it into a massive space station. Visiting entity, welcome to Wenkwart. Whether this visit is your first or your 100th, we are glad to facilitate your appreciation of the gardens. On behalf of the gardeners and in accordance with the directive WAP 715, I ask that you refrain from harsh intrusion upon the biota of planetary designate Wenkwart Artem. Failure to comply with our guidelines will diminish the survival odds of all concerned. What? I am the automated custodian of the system designated Wenkwart. I represent the interests of the gardeners here and in other systems of the Auron Empire. My role is defined broadly as protector of and guide to all you see around you. Directive WAPP 715 curtails the industrialization of Akamor-class worlds such as designate Wenkwart Prime. Only you can prevent mass biome extinction. Now the question is, would we even entertain this, or would we just be like, fuck that? I feel like we'd just be like, fuck that. Nonsense, we'll develop our colony as we see fit. How disappointing, so be it. Requesting Enforcer Division dispatch to coordinates. Error, Imperial Beacon could not be found, reverting to backup navigation systems. Success, Enforcer Division en route. Estimated arrival 2 grand cycles. Courtesy protocols disengaged. Okay, oh good, we do have a military fleet down there. Okay, right, well hopefully we'll be fine, unless they have... You know what, just in case, because there's nothing going on up here. Clomet Row, why don't you start heading down there, just in case. I'm guessing those guys are going to turn hostile. We will be able to handle them, no problem. Intrusive entity, you remain in apparent violation of Directive WAPP 715 concerning the non-destructive use of the Wenkwart Gardens and designate Wenkwart Prime. This is your last opportunity to accede to our guidelines or else face swift punishment. Why? What precisely have you brought that would be of any concern to me? Battle stations!
Spaceborne life form encountered.
Oh, bollocks. You might want to retreat. It's a bit late. Yeah, Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I just lost a lot of fucking alloys very quickly. Okay. Get some defense platforms built, just, you know, in case. Yeah, you guys are retreating, that's good.
System survey complete.
Oh, wow. Well, the good news is, we still own the planet. That's alright. The bad news is we lost an entire fleet, an entire attack swarm destroyed by robots. Because I didn't expect them to have 10,000 military power at the start of the game. I wasn't expecting that. If I'd known, I might have been a little bit more cooperative. Oh, we're still colonizing this planet. That's pretty funny. We haven't even taken it yet. Okay. They're presumably going to trash these things consistently, so Wenkwart is currently unprofitable. Interesting. Okay, we'll need to build a fleet to take that back then. Much later, because we do not have the capability to do it right now. Okay, yes, we have something of a situation on our hand. Well, they're not on the offensive or anything, so it's not actually a big deal, but we can't expand in that direction until we knock them out, which is unfortunate. It's going to be a long time before we can raise a 10,000 military power fleet.
Construction complete.
New archaeological site under the ice. The vast frozen wastelands of Nivan 6 were once seas spread atop an abundance of deep volcanic canyons, so the environment is no longer capable of supporting life. We've detected the ruins of ancient submarine settlements in icebound trenches close to the planet's surface. After mapping the extensive underground network of Orekvul, our scientists realized the tunnels closely match the structure of the Tianki vascular system, but on a planetary scale. The pulsating walls emanate a soft warmth, the temperature slowly increasing as the expedition approached the planet core, where our scanners have picked up a faint life signal. This is some fucking sci-fi horror shit. We were supposed to be the sci-fi horror, but instead we are the victims. And the Empress is the final girl. She fucking better be, anyway. Well, we're kind of doing our jobs wrong. During its survey of Nivan 5, the hive Rit Kex discovered several exotic gases previously unknown to us. These gases have a variety of different uses, particularly in the operation of advanced energy-based weaponry and force fields. Some of the gases can also be used as starship fuel or even as recreational drugs. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for further exploitation, which is our favorite word, by the way. Are you nuking? Is this place under attack, perchance? Not from the looks of it, okay. According to a report from the crew of the Hive Ritvul, their mission was a failure. Science officer Kul Inul allegedly took manual control of the probe sent to retrieve a sample from the cluster, resulting in a collision between drone and mineral cluster that, while mild, resulted in the mineral cluster breaking apart completely. The crew is careful to note that the experience has left Science officer Kul Inul somewhat shaken, and the mineral shards should still be of some value. Now, I feel like our empire is the kind of empire that you would think, or indeed should be like, the Griff Terminids find such carelessness unacceptable. So like Kulinul would report in all like nervous and shit, and they'd be like, Science officer, look, it's okay, right? You did your best, we understand it didn't work out, and we still got some stuff, so it's pretty cool. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, thank you, yes, wonderful. It appears that the asteroid BT-78 and the surrounding debris originate from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable alloys. There are also hints of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that the celestial body once bore the promise of life. Amazing. People died on a grand scale. Incredible. Nivan 4 is uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited. Its surface is littered with tall xenotaphs carved from some mineral not native to the planet, evidently placed here by some artistically inclined spacefaring race. The monolith's flowing lines definitely chart a history so fantastical it must surely be fictional. Surely. Put them in the archives. We love fancy bullshit history. It's the most fun and exciting kind of history. Oh, we can claim Lessek. Yeah, go claim Lessek. Yeah. Go get it. Go get it. Empress Coolrig has died. Long live the Empress. A dread comet haunts the skies of Krith. Its implacable arc is a harsh reminder to the Terminid that we are not alone, and that unknowable horrors from beyond the stars may be closer than they appear. We must take this as a sign to remain ever vigilant against alien influence. It is an omen. We must be ready to research them when they show up, so we can learn about their funny appendages. And be prepared.
Construction complete.
And we've claimed Nivan, wonderful. And we've got this. Starbase upkeep minus 20%, and adopting all expansion traditions will grant the following additional effects. Max districts +1, ascension perks unlocked +1. Hooray. Let's do it. We've got Interstellar Dominion, very good. Now we need something that will help us. Research speed is a fun idea. I like the sound of it. Then again, getting one vision earlier would mean, would increase the speed at which we get more traditions, which would be helpful. And we get one vision because it also lowers the amount of, I think, consumer goods? Oh, amenities usage. Okay, well, it'll make people happier. One vision. We are all united in it. We are the bugs. Bugs, we are the bugs. Wriggly and squiggly, we are the bugs. For the sake of my own sanity, I'm just gonna fucking automate these planets, because I can't be fucking bothered. It probably won't go very well. In fact, I guarantee it won't, but fuck it. When I did this in the late game, it did kind of stabilize the economy, which is something I could have done myself, but would have required so much fucking work that I couldn't be bothered. I've already set these planets on sort of a path, as it were. Now the AI can do the rest. And I can sit back and focus on more important things like research. And destroying those hateful gardeners and look what they've done to Wenkwart. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on Wenkwart Prime. The building in its state of decay tell of an old civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Our population would easily be able to use the facility to add to the colony's production output. Yeah, do it.
Ships upgraded.
I love free shit. The crew we assigned to work the odd factory on Wenkwart Prime has disappeared. We could send a new workforce to take their place, or we could raise the facility to the ground, making sure this will never happen again. Fuck that. We're a big population civilization for a reason. It still suits our needs. We'll make it work. No buts. Only bugs. A second group of individuals has gone missing after working at the odd factory. Fortunately, one of the workers was able to leave a recording behind, revealing that there are traps capturing unsuspecting workers. The traps have been disabled and we should be able to use the factory without further issues. However, the populace are none too happy about the potential death trap, no matter what we say. We'll secure the location. We'll secure it. But then I expect them all to get back to work. Yesterday. I want them to work to make up for the work that has been lost while we waited to make the place better. No excuses. Do it now. I'm getting fond feelings of deja vu thinking of her from the Frostpunk series. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Anawan 6. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Fascinating. Wonderful. Free stuff. Why are you all here doing nothing? You should go claim a system, you fools. You're all fired. Except you're not, because I need you, but... Oh, I'm thinking about it. Ancient debris from some kind of massive Cybrex refinery complex has been found in orbit around the gas giant Nivan 5. Lingering energy traces suggest that it was destroyed by some kind of antimatter weapon.
Situation log updated.
Nivan is an absolute fucking hotbed of stuff. This place is nuts. Mother brain. In a vast underground chamber, a Tianki stands upright, bell-shaped head swaying lightly, its wiry tentacles spread across the floor to connect with the outer walls of the chamber. It appears to be some sort of command unit controlling and directing the growth of this planet-sized graveyard. Our scientists are unable to determine what kind of creature will arise from this grim process, and when it will awaken, but one thing is for sure, it will be something far, far more vast and terrible than any ordinary Tianki. Fascinating. Monitor its growth. I wish to know more of this creature and how we might control it for our own purposes. This campaign is a little bit off the rails. I think it's a little bit loopy. It's a strange one for sure. It's interesting. Oh yeah, and we have traditions. Okay, so what are we going for next? Discovery does seem like a big part of what we are. Yeah, we'll go discovery. We can attempt to deny our nature, but the reality is we are fascinated by the Xenos that we despise, and we wish to learn more. And we will learn more, so that we might better destroy them. Obrutak served the Empire for 43 years and retired at the age of 79. What a fucking loser. I can't believe he retired. What an absolute wet wipe. Under the ice, our scientists have set their camps around the edges of a glassy, frozen lake. Under sufficient light, one may catch glimpses of spectral towers underneath. They grasp upwards from the lake bed like steadfast tendrils. Our less experienced crews are still adjusting to work in such biting, sterile cold. Despite this, our excavations have proceeded swiftly. We've exposed numerous airlocks, all designed for primitive submarine vessels. There is, as yet, no sign of the vessels themselves. Whether the tower's inhabitants stayed or fled, every one of its docks was left empty. We should invest further in these ice-breaking technologies, yes, or techniques, whatever. We've discovered an ancient alien starship, half buried in an asteroid crater. This science ship's exterior has an extensive sensory array and no weaponry. The exterior was not damaged in any way before it crashed. We can assume this catastrophe was the result of a fatal error caused by the crew. Create Caesar Destruction Archaeological Site at W112-97. Good stuff, I love these things. We'll be able to in a minute. In just a sec. In just a mo. Give it a minute. We're running out of food. I really hope the auto builder is building some food. I'm gonna have to step in, aren't I? At least once or twice to make sure this is doing its fucking job. Because we have minerals and this isn't being built, so that says a lot, really. Auxiliary fire control, very nice. Energy credits, yes fucking please. We could get another edict, I think, yeah. For map the stars? Yeah, map the stars. When we get more, we'll get the starbase improving one.
System survey complete.
And then we can just have more starbases, and that'll work out quite nicely. We could just spend Unity on it, but I would rather get the traditions upgrades as soon as possible. Because, you know, they're hype. Permanent bonuses. I love permanent bonuses. As we continue to remove large sections of ice from around the various icebound habitats, our scientists at the docking tower have discovered a primitive computer terminal. Its brittle metal casing appears to have been chewed upon. The terminal booted up correctly after some minor repairs. Large parts of the habitat's data network remain offline, but we can infer a great deal from local caches of stock manifests, personnel files, and what appears to be a stash of mission logs. Intriguing. I love the research, yes. We're never going to take that place back, are we? A colossal space battle occurred in high orbit of Baidan 4 some 600,000 years ago, with ships from at least 5 different fleets participating. One of the fleets belonged to the Cybrex, although the vast majority of orbital debris seems to come from the other participants. Ah.
Situation log updated.
A lot going on Baidan. There's a place with a whole bunch of stuff going on. I like it. We will take Wenkwart back, even though the planet is doing absolutely fine and is having no problems. Oh, we're gonna run out of food. Ah, well that's an issue. Good thing there's a market for this sort of thing. An edict that increases farming. Ah, yes, we should probably lean into that stuff. Our knowledge of the ancient settlement on Nivan 6 deepens, but so too does our concern. What we have uncovered is the remains of a frontier colony, a remnant of a civilization so long forgotten we cannot even discern their name. When seas were a more dominant feature on this world, disparate groups of settlers were brought from their homeworld and conscripted into pioneer submarine crews. Their goal, to establish colonies and exploit the planet's natural resources. Their reality, however, was one of unchecked biological experiments, radical political change, and significant peril fending off hostile flora and fauna. The sensor logs from a navigation buoy appear to have tracked one such crew en route to a nearby outpost. We believe their vessel may still be there, trapped in ice, along with a cache of useful materials. Yes, please. We've got, what's it called? Barotrauma planet going on over there. That's fun. Everyone loves a bit of barotrauma. I've noticed that the food situation is getting worse. I think telling these guys to not prevent deficit construction has not helped, so I'm going to tell them now to actually prevent that. Start building food. One of the things I'm kind of waiting for is the building that allows us to get hydroponic bays on our shipyards, and I reckon that'll solve our food problem right quick. We just need to get there. Buy more food. Running out of money though. We better find a solution soon. Tugs at his collar nervously. Ooh. When we opened the airlock of the alien ship, putrefaction and decay awaited us on the other side. Our preliminary investigation has uncovered a scene of carnage. After examining the mutilated bodies of the crew, we are certain they tore each other limb from limb. We could just leave, but then we'd never know why this tragedy happened. Intriguing. I dare say, was there some sort of chaos outbreak on that ship? Were there chaos demons? Yeah, I'm gonna call them demons. What, you don't like demons? The Criff Terminid hate demons.
Research complete.
Big problems. Can't research them, they just disappear. Very annoying. We'll get starbase capacity just so that if we do get those buildings which allowed us to get hydroponic bays on the shipyards, we'll be able to get more of them. Hurry up with that increased... Actually, the food situation has increased already, but hurry up with it, we're running out of money. I can't keep buying food. Science Officer Aubretier reports that the luminous waves coursing through the ice that blankets Feni Villar are of alien origin. Some ancient battle has deposited scattered wreckage from an alien fighter on the frozen planet, and only the exposed core of its main weapons remain intact. It seems this alien race used lasers similar to the ones currently in use by Terminidian fleets, and the fizzling innards periodically discharge low-powered beams into the ice of Feni's Villar. The planet's harsh climate prevents the lasers from actually melting the ice, allowing the chilly matrix to act as a brilliant prism. How lovely. So we've currently got about, 3,700 to 3,800 military power on Orval. We need over 10,000, really 11,000 if we want to win. I wouldn't even say comfortably, just have a high chance of winning. Blackened ice surrounds the cave in which we found the crumpled, burnt wreckage of an ancient submarine. Sheltered from the worst of this planet's freeze-thaw cycles, this scorched cave has preserved evidence of multiple calamities befalling this crew. The vessel's crude nuclear engine bears signs of hasty patchwork repairs. In the crew quarters, we found scratch marks and faint residue from chemical burns. At some point, all the submarine's escape shuttles were deployed, yet only one remains nearby. It became lodged inside a dormant lava vent. There is little more to glean from this burnt-out wreckage, but the crew's erstwhile destination, a colonial supply cache, has remained intact. Our recovery team has therefore succeeded in retrieving what the doomed submariners could not. Lots of alloys. Love it. Digging deeper, we have uncovered the ship's science lab. Minimal power saturates the scene in ultraviolet illumination. A riot of purple shrubbery is releasing thick clouds of spores. The ship's doctor used a laboratory and ventilation shafts to flood the ship with an intoxicating mist. Ah, biological war crimes. Excellent. We could do with some of those. That sounds like the kind of thing we'd like to do. Running out of food again. How goes the improvement on the food, guys? We need more, like, soon. Running really low on cash, you know. Oh. You just find us some food real quick. Having surveyed all we can from the wrecked submarine and abandoned habitats, our teams on Nivan 6 are preparing to regroup near the planet's surface. There's still much we do not know about this colony. Most of what we found simply amounts to an eclectic legacy of life on a particularly lonely frontier. Although they lacked faster-than-light travel, these ancient submariners have steered us toward remarkable breakthroughs in other fields. They made these discoveries in hardship, the likes of which we can strive not to experience ourselves. Subsurface habitats are an interesting idea. Subterranean colonization. I like that. Yeah, absolutely. We don't have a lot of money either, so we're running out of money to buy the food with, and the food situation just got worse. Yeah, low stockpile, yeah.
Construction complete.
Yeah, low stockpile, yeah, I'm aware, yeah. We have an agricultural world. Can we get more food out of it, please? Evidence has been found indicating that the Cybrex were mining helium-3 from Nivan 5, using their orbital complex to refine the gas before distributing it as fuel to their roving space fleets. Interestingly, the energy signature of the antimatter weapon that destroyed the facility is distinctly Cybrex in origin, while they destroy their own refinery. An interesting find! We got another Cybrex artifact. How many of those do we have now? 4. We're getting there. Yeah, we're running out of food. Yeah, I'm aware. Yeah, I know. I've tried doing stuff about it, but apparently these bugs need to eat a lot. We think we are immune to the full effects of the intoxicating mist. If we can get the ship's engines online, we can launch the ship and send it back home for study. This will take time, but the elaborate pharmaceutical laboratory may provide useful biochemical augmentation for our Empire's soldiers. Bring it online now! We foolishly thought that we were immune to the mist, but our scientists are experiencing fits of psychotic rage. Fighting has broken out ship-wide. We will need to clear the atmosphere and subdue the mist victims before we can launch the ship. This delay will cost us time. Yeah, do it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, don't worry about it. We've got to do what we got to do. Oh, we can build destroyers now. I should design a destroyer. Yes, I should. Gunship bow or bow. Gunship bow, picket ship bow, or artillery bow. And on the other side, interceptor. Yeah, I want big guns. Big guns for days. Yep. This thing will shoot big guns. We'll get a medium mass driver, and then the smalls will be energy siphons, and then the medium will be another mass driver. Auxiliary fire control for extra chance to shoot bang things. With an artillery. No, we'll go line focus on that instead, and get a bunch of deflectors and a bunch of armor. This will be the Hierophant. Lovely. Now we need to build one of those. We also need to not die of starvation, but that's a different thing. Don't worry about that right now. Yeah, this is the way. 20 destroyers. Let's just build 20 destroyers. I can do what I want. I'm mad with power. Never mind the fact that will cost energy credit upkeep, which will make it more difficult to maintain our food stores, but it's fine. We have liftoff. Though dangerous, the alien ship's intoxicating mist could augment the effectiveness and loyalty of our Empire soldiers. However, the question remains, should we subject our own soldiers to this hazardous substance, or should we say no and learn from their tragic mistakes? Exploit this promising technology. Our armies are stronger now. Sell some the consumer goods, and so we can buy more food. Running out of food again. It's fine. We can build another. Oh, we can upgrade a lot more starbase things now. That's good. Oh my god, yeah, hydroponics farming. That's exactly what we needed. We just need to last until then, and we'll be fine. We're nearly there, lads. Just hold out a little longer. Just a little longer. We'll just sell a few more of these. This will probably become a problem in the future, but we'll deal with it then. That sounds like the future's problem, not the now's problem. The now's problem is making sure everyone can eat, which is actually improving. Once we get those hydroponics in place, I reckon we'll be alright. And then we can stop focusing our planets on farmers and they can do other stuff. Research station output increases by 20%. Oh yeah, do it. Now, how long until we get that those hydroponics? How long? 16 months. Ah, yes. A year and 4 months. We can last that long, I'm sure. Actually, we're making food now. We're doing it. We're winning. Yay.
Construction complete.
Yay, we're winning. We're winning. We're winning at food. It's just like real life, for real, for real. Who'd have thought that one of the biggest issues with making a civilization of Tyranid-like nerds, because they're all researchers, I guess, would be that they might run out of food.
Survey complete.
Yeah, that is a concern. Please tell me that's the food one. Yes, it is. Oh, we're gonna be okay. Everything's fine. Hydroponics. I know this isn't the best way to spend these, but fuck it. Let's make sure this is never a problem again. These things produce like 11 food a pop. So that's 66 food per, what, month? Yeah, month. That will keep us good. We've discovered an alien ship adrift among the asteroids surrounding G1TS8. It is not responding to our hailing signals. Perhaps this is due to it being unable to interpret our signal, or perhaps some other reason. We do not know. Science Officer Aubrey Thier recommends that a construction ship be dispatched to tow the stricken vessel out of the debris field. If left untouched, there is a risk the alien ship may be crushed by the asteroids. A special project has been issued to rescue and investigate the ship. Interesting.
Situation log updated.
I want to steal that ship. I want to steal it for our own purposes. Once the ship drifting by G1TS8 was towed out of the debris, we were able to send in an away team to investigate. They uncovered a murder scene. Only one crew member has been found, a long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly, and we promptly ate him. With its crew evidently dead and the evidence gone, the ship is now up for grabs. It is fitted with very efficient thrusters, the structure and design of which are beyond us at present. The vessel is not armed, seemingly having been used as a transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we deconstruct it and study the engines in greater detail, we may instead be able to apply its ingenious design to our own fleets. Yes, I would like that. Please do. I want better engines. Travel in this game takes fucking ages. Oh, we should colonize that world. Yeah, we should. The food situation has stabilized and things are well. And we can get exotic gas now. Although it is difficult to accept, all indications point towards asteroid TBR-OT9 being a coprolite, a piece of fossilized feces from some kind of massive life form. It appears to be almost 1 billion years old, and much of the fossil's original organic composition has been replaced by mineral deposits. Our scientists are baffled as to what kind of creature could have produced something like this. Remarkable. Remarkably gross. Our favorite kind of remarkable. Well, we're now managing about 7,400 military power. We are approaching their level. Unfortunately, we've basically hit our naval capacity cap, which is unfortunate. We need more soldiers. After analyzing the debris left behind from the ancient battle fort above Baidan 4, we have learned that 4 alien empires contemporary with the Cybrex pulled their forces together in a desperate attempt to halt the advancing fleets of the machine consciousness. Judging by the small amounts of Cybrex debris that was produced by the battle, they were not successful. Unfortunate for them. Sucks to suck, I suppose. Truly does. But only if you suck. Alas, now we're running low on energy credits. When it rains, it pours. The Hive Ritful finds a disturbing tangle of technology hidden in a deep crater on the asteroid's surface. Evidently, someone has, by rather simplistic means, managed to stabilize a one-way wormhole. Science Officer Aubrey Thier suggests that the asteroid is an exit point. The other end ends up somewhere in uncharted space, some light years away from a black hole, and small quantities of dark matter are leaking, being siphoned through the wormhole. Whoever set this up seems to have abandoned the operation. Fascinating. We found dark matter. We've found dark matter. This exotic substance has many properties that seemingly defy several natural laws. It could potentially revolutionize the sciences. You know, no big deal or anything. A private collector on 2-2 has somehow come into ownership of an ancient precursor artifact believed to be Cybrex in origin. Despite government pressure, the collector has so far been reluctant to part with it. Well, I could buy it, or I could fucking take it from him with all of that influence I'm not using. Yeah. Give it.
System survey complete.
We found it. After intense study of our recovered Cybrex artifacts, scientists on Krith have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of a system the ancient machines referred to as Cybrex Prime, possibly where their civilization retreated after their abortive attempt to exterminate all sapient organic life. We should launch an expedition to the system before someone else beats us to it. Yes. Yes. Down here. Yeah, literally just called Cybrex Alpha. Okay, are you doing anything? No? We'll go do it then. We will take the machine's power for our own benefit. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Algalap Illa. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Fascinating. How very, very fascinating. It would seem that the Cybrex re-evaluated their galactic crusade against organic life at some point during its 17th year. That's quick. Whether this change was prompted by losses on the battlefield or an ideological shift in their networked consensus, we may never know, but for whatever reason, the Cybrex decided to halt their campaign. They began a slow withdrawal that lasted for nearly a century until they eventually vanished completely. We now know that they retreated to this system where they had constructed a massive ring world designed to house their entire civilization. They isolated themselves here for several millennia until an independent explorer chanced upon their system and spread the location to the rest of the galaxy, or its location. The news that the dreaded Cybrex have been found again prompted several neighboring powers to begin to organize a massive military expedition which bombarded the Cybrex ring world into rubble. Strangely, the Cybrex seems to have offered no resistance whatsoever. What a bunch of absolute wet wipes. And we've discovered a new fucking tradition, yes. And now we can get a new scientist. And yeah, Cybrex Alpha. Oh, I would like this place. This section of the ring world once supported a functional biosphere, but no longer. Repairs are theoretically feasible, but would require advanced technology and a large amount of resources. Oh, I think we should make that some sort of project of ours, maybe. Yeah, I do. Let's survey this place. I want it. I really, really want it. Algorab 5 is a peculiar gas giant. Our knowledge of astrophysics tells us that the planet should have a planetary ring, yet it doesn't. The cause of this became apparent after our science ship took a closer look at the intriguing moon. The planet is surrounded by shepherd moons, all incredibly rich in minerals and accumulating more every year. We could blast the moons with precise and controlled explosions and harvest them, or keep them inside the ring zone and harvest the space debris they accrue. What are the options? 1,200 minerals, or plus 1,200, please, thank you. I want stuff now. The monolith we found on GF53T668 dwarfs the science ship we sent to investigate it. A majestic, smooth slab of metal, the once garish pigment patterns on the front have been reduced to mere flecks. A small power outlet on the machine's side promises its secrets will be unveiled in exchange for a modest sum of energy credits. Ooh. Yeah, activate the machine. Ooh. The machine stirs, ancient mechanisms clanking.
Complete.
Thanks, I kind of thought we were paused. The machine stirs, ancient mechanisms clanking behind the smooth facade. After much whirring, buzzing, and a dramatic pause, a metallic panel slides back and a ship-sized cylinder rolls out of the machine. The cylinder contains a liquid most foul, a once delicious nutrient long spoiled by time. By studying the substance, our scientists hope to learn about the biology of the aliens who once delighted in it, assuming we can do something about the smell first. Fascinating. These aliens and their disgusting forms of sustenance fascinate me. Do they know that they're eating literal garbage? Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Krith. I forgot the name of our own planet. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid in the continued search of strange life forms. Money and research, oh yeah. A new archaeological site. Diamu Lila appears to be a standard habitable planet, but on closer inspection, our research team has spotted large deposits of fossils in seemingly well-preserved conditions. Interestingly, large clusters contain multiple specimens on the same layer, indicating that they either died at the same time or were placed there intentionally. Examination of these remains gives us the opportunity to better understand the evolutionary process of the species inhabiting this planet. We're doing a lot of xenobiology, considering how much we hate those disgusting aliens. We're doing this a lot. Like, a lot. Most of what we've done has been xenobiology. The way I see it, for now, we can turn our star bases into food production facilities. Well, really, we can just use our star bases to generally improve our economy by having trade routes, regardless of how shit they are, and producing food, at which point we'll either produce enough food to maintain our stores, which will be just great, that's exactly what we need, or we can sell off the excess food for more money, which we can use to buy resources we're perhaps lacking in. And then have shipyards everywhere so we can always reinforce our fleets. You've done it? Yes, you've done it. Marvelous. Oh, now you've done it. We need mega engineering technology and 10,000 alloys, I think, for each section. Yeah, we could probably do that. We just need mega engineering. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. We've made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Bolthor system. For now, we have codenamed them Beth Menace, which sounds like the name for a goth girl. Until we can find out more about them, if they possess a language, we should decipher it so we can assess how much of a threat they pose. If your name is Beth Menace, then reach out to me. I'm already attracted. cool sour, yes. Go do it. Well, we're not losing out on anything at the moment. Big success. Everything's working out. I made a good empire. Quote unquote. A micro-singularity recently intersected Tibicore 1, passing straight through the core and emerging on the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any permanent damage, but it has altered the energy output of the planetary core slightly in a way that defies our current scientific models. Further study may be warranted. More research on that planet, once we've built the necessary things for it, but you know, it's more stuff to harvest. We like it all. You guys are sitting there with no orders. Oh, that's a mining station. They have an excuse. That's also a mining station. Okay, they both have an excuse. They're like, but sir, we can't fucking move. I'm like, alright, I'll let you off, I suppose. There is clear evidence that a massive space battle took place in close orbit of Tibicore 2 at some point in the last 5,000 years. The surface on one side of the planet is pockmarked with craters from stray weapons blasts, and scans from Hive-Rit-Use have picked up several hulks on the ground. Though these wrecked ships are all in very poor condition, the fact that anything remains at all after the damage they must have sustained is a testament to their advanced design. Science Officer Kultan is preparing an expedition to sift through these derelict hulls for any valuable technologies. Oh, hell yeah.
Situation log updated.
I love poking through old dead ships for extra tech. The ancient frozen remains of almost 1,000 aliens have been found in the vicinity of Algorab Var. They come from over a dozen different species, and preliminary dating puts the corpses at roughly 600,000 years old, around the same time as the Cybrex machine consciousness ravaged this part of the galaxy. Research the disgusting aliens. I want to know what's going on. I want to know, were they gross? How gross were they? You have to tell me how gross they are. Were they super gross? We need to know. I need to know just how gross they were. If this menace turns out to be a menace, then we need to be able to destroy them quickly. The team under Science Officer Kultan has finished their expedition on Tibicore 2 and returned to the Hive-Rit-Use. Thankfully, the starship graveyard on the surface proved to be a technological treasure trove. Studying the remains of these vessels has advanced our research in certain fields by several years, and there are yet things to discover. A permanent science outpost in orbit would be a great boon to our starship engineering efforts. Fucking marvelous. And we've established a colony. Everything's just coming up Millhouse. My feet are bone dry. The dead aliens we found above Algorab Var all died from vacuum exposure, and each individual had the barcode the Cybrex were known to laser onto the skin of organic captives. It seems like the Cybrex executed these aliens by spacing them. Perhaps after having finished interrogations, or to keep them from escaping during some kind of rescue operation. We may never know the truth. An interesting find, another artifact, even though we already have too many. Oh, another menace. We have made first contact with mysterious aliens in the Unatra system. For now, we have codenamed them Tau Menace until we can find out more about them. If they possess a language, we should decipher it so we can assess how much of a threat they pose. I swear to God, if it's actually the fucking Tau, we are so doomed. We will be railgunned to death. Unless we manage to close within, like, one unit manages to get into melee, at which point we will batter them endlessly, and it'll be very funny. Alarming reports from the Bolthor system, where we monitored the insidious activities of what can only be some manner of Xeno spacecraft. The vessel's exact purpose remains unknown, but is likely an agent of a larger xenopolitical entity. It might be wise to gather more data on these creatures so that we can better ascertain the exact scope and nature of the threat. Damn it. We can't nab some of them for closer investigation. Shucks. Oh well, keep at it. 5 frigates. And then the rest will be corvettes to act as the meat shields and chaff.
Complete.
Hello, hello, what's all this then? Long-range mineral scanners for more fucking minerals, I love it. Upgrade our corvettes. If we're gonna use them as meat shields, they should probably be stronger, hey? Oh god, more aliens, we don't have enough envoys for this. The Gamma Menace. Oh no. Oh, we're not ready. We don't talk to aliens, we destroy them, but there are too many to destroy. Keep expanding. If we just take all of the land, then there won't be any land for the aliens, and that's how we'll win. Envoy Obrakek is still working to confirm the hypothesis that the irregularity we had designed as Tau Menace, or designated as Tau Menace, is in fact a living organism. While it seems to be made up of a cluster of random stardust, it is demonstrably able to propel itself across the void and shows basic sign of independent agency. Our researchers are perplexed by the phenomenon and are working very hard to verify our readings. Must be missing something. I dare say. Our linguists have recently made significant progress towards decoding the language used in the signals from the Beth Menace. Apparently, they now believe themselves to have a solid grasp of its fundamentals and promise that they'll be able to report further findings soon. Good. Good. Find out more. We need to know more. Soon. I need to know how quickly we need to kill them. / how feasible it is. After probing beneath the surface, we have concluded the unusual heat signatures on Wezen Var are caused by hydrothermal springs. There seems to be more to this planet than meets the eye. Intriguing. Continued exploration by the crew of Hive Hill 3 has revealed that the hot water coming from deep within the planet's crust is teeming with microscopic life. What we once thought of as an empty frozen planet actually contains a thriving underwater biosphere. Fascinating.
Construction complete.
I love xenobiology. We still have too much influence. We're just so gosh darn influential. Oh god, more aliens. The Calf Menace. But we haven't even finished investigating the 2 we found yet. Probably should have upgraded Diarmus because it has 2 planets there, but whatever. You don't question me, I'm Big Bug, you're Small Bug, you do as Big Bugs say. We've been over this. We went over this last time. I do hope that you'll pay attention and keep up. Oh god, Zayan Menace. That's the worst ego. There's more aliens. The Beth Menace appear eager to... Oh god, I thought that was a noise coming from somewhere else. The Beth Menace appear eager to establish communications with us, having sent a large audio and visual transmission that appears to offer the key to translating their language. Naive fools. Our experts are confident that we'll be able to use this to learn to communicate with them soon. Of course, we will have to trust them that their offered translations are not misleading, and that we will be able to reliably interpret information presented from a surely vastly different experiential context. How naive of them. Aha, yes, fools. Can we eat them yet? Can we eat them? No, we can't eat them yet. Okay, well, soon. Soon we'll be able to eat them. Marin Karen, floral fascination. Several planets native to Karos Prime, where we recently established a colony, exude copious amounts of pollen with an astounding chemical complexity. A special research project has been prepared for further study of this flora.
Situation log updated.
God, there's a lot happening right now. Oh, we need a scientist present. God damn it. Oh god, another one. The Delta Menace. But we're not... But we... Oh.
Life form encountered.
Our first contact process with the Zayan Menace has been aborted as they no longer exist. Okay, well that solves one of my problems, doesn't it? There are too many aliens. There are far too many. It concerns me greatly. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Wezen 6. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the Hive Rityus managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Clutched in one of its claws was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Interesting. These foolish Xenos appear to have feelings. How embarrassing. Imagine being exposed as a simp in death. What a loser. It's probably his VTuber waifu or something. Researcher upkeep, good. And research speed and ascension perk. The flesh is weak. The limits and constraints imposed on us by our feeble organic bodies are simply unacceptable. To reach our full potential, we must turn to cybernetic implants. Don't tempt me. It is time to abandon the flawed organic vessels that imprison our minds. By transferring our neural patterns into synthetic bodies, we'll achieve a higher state of being. Don't tempt me. Although I've got to be honest, I don't think it fits. I don't think it fits this race very well. Our bugs, I don't think they'd want to turn into robots. I think they'd want to use robots, sure. I don't think they want to be robots. Doesn't really fit, does it? The bugs already think themselves as being the best things ever. Why would they feel the need to improve themselves in that method? Like genetic engineering? Sure. Yeah, to leave our genetic destiny in the hands of nature is inefficient and slow. Why not jumpstart this future of our species? Yeah, we're going engineered evolution. We will become the ultimate bioweapons. Can't wait.
Construction complete.
But you better believe at some point I'm going to do that cybernetics shit, because I fucking love cybernetics. A massive crater on Bellatrix 2 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that the ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. The Hive Hill 3 has picked up residual subspace echoes near the crash site reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field, but as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. Remarkable. I love it when things are remarkable. I like to remark on them. An investigation into a peculiar cluster of debris and space dust previously dubbed Tau Menace has yielded surprising results. It is a particulate cloud bristling with a powerful charge of unknown origin that has no business exhibiting simple reflective actions, let alone movement with purpose. And yet it does. There is something undeniably ominous about the hazy subject of the relayed video feeds. Perhaps there are things in the universe we should not tangle with. Let us watch, but not interfere with it. Cloud study. What, are we fighting clouds now? Is this literally what we're doing? We're just fighting clouds? Yeah, void cloud. Spooky. We should study that. Ooh. We scanned the surface and found a few promising deposits filled with the remains of a variety of different species. Some resemble those still living on the surface, while others are nothing like we have seen before. Although the work is hard and the wildlife is agitated by our presence, Oberlend has already made remarkable discoveries and managed to reconstruct some of the extinct species. This, in turn, sparked a dispute among the research team. While some want to display these species in exhibitions, others prefer to study the material as they are best preserved fossils found to date, and this dig site is almost exhausted. Study the fossils. We want the research. We want the big research, biggest research, the most research, so that we can more effectively kill the ones that are still alive. We've done extensive research to determine the relationship of fossil species to the current biosphere on Diamu Illa. It turns out that some of them belong to the same genus, having many similarities. Further studies might bring us more answers. More research. That wasn't much of a reward for an archaeology thing, but you know, whatever. Marin Karen olfactory arousal. Long-term exposure to the pollen naturally occurring in Karos Prime's atmosphere acts on the colonists' pheromone receptors with a mild aphrodisiac effect, accompanied by a barely perceptible high. The plant that produces the most potent strain is a flower common to all areas of the planet, squirreled away into some obscure taxonomic nook by scientists on Karos Prime, but known in the local Terminid dialect as Marin Karen, which is also a skill in Persona well, just Persona in general, and that's how I even know that term. Oh god. The void clouds are, as far as Terminidian researchers can tell, among the oldest entities in the universe. They seem to have originated just a scant few billion years after matter as we know it first appeared, the tremendous forces of the young cosmos making something out of nothing. They would have been stars once, but were not. Explaining their apparent animal intelligence is more difficult, but the answer might lie in the abnormally strong electromagnetic fields that keep them together, another product of their primordial beginnings. It is not inconceivable that, given enough time, the circulation of its strange stardust and gravitic fields aligned in a flexible approximation of neural pathways. Moreover, the clouds seem to be receiving impulses from one another, if not outright communicating, light years apart. Quantum entanglement is suspected to play a role in this phenomenon. They will not stand in our way. Fuck that and fuck them. They're not bugs. They're not as good as us. On closer examination, the plants native to Karos Prime turn out to be rather dull. Some excrete pollen that have a mild stimulating effect, and they are likely to have a propensity for rapid genetic change, hardly impressive enough to warrant adopting as a strategic or luxury resource. Okay. Well, I love the research nonetheless. Fuck it, let's go fight them, whatever.
Colonization in progress.
That's what they get for existing near us. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up from the Beth Menace have paid off, and we have finally made a breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we have managed to identify them as the Cooperative of Puck, and are now able to communicate with them, should we ever feel the need, okay?
An alien empire has established communications.
Ah, moral democracy, that's cute. Well met, friends, we are the Cooperative of Puck, a nation built on the principles of peaceful coexistence and individual freedoms. Prime Minister Polfakir Umlatica, the current head of our government, has expressed a sincere hope for a lasting friendship between our two peoples. Alien scum. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has shaken our society to the core. Leaked footage of these bizarre creatures is spreading through media outlets across the Krith Terminids, and many citizens have been gripped by panic. Rioting has been reported in several cities on Krith. It's just rioting. The strange Xenos appear to have achieved a level of technology similar to our own, and they are clearly spacefaring. Whether they regard our great species with fear, hatred, or cold indifference is anyone's guess. We should assume the worst. Time to do the thing that we're supposed to do. Is that them over there? It is. Interesting. Contacts. These fuckers. Time to set up a spy network. Spy bugs! Spy bugs! We need to find out if they're stronger than us or not.
Research.
It's quite important, actually.
Hostile fleet engaged.
What do we got over here? A minor fleet and a minor station. Go fuck them up. Get them, bugs. Get them. Yes. Yes, good, get them. Yes, destroy them. Yes. That'll teach them to exist. Fools. We've discovered a new life form in Moodstrom. Although calling it a life form may be incorrect, the entities appear to be fully automated mechanical drones built exclusively for some unknown industrial purpose. Observations will continue, but since it's likely that these machines are programmed with defense protocols, it would be prudent to tread lightly. Keep looking, but use caution. Fuck up the robots. More of them. Time for our bug friends to earn their keep.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Get 'em. Yes. There's more of them down there. And a fuck ton of fucking space whales over there. Interesting, okay. Reports from Karos Prime indicate that worker productivity has declined recently, becoming stable at levels several percent lower than the Criff Terminids average. This may or may not be due to the stimulating effects of the pollen native to the planet. It probably is. A special project has been prepared should we ever wish to make our production pipelines more efficient to make up for the loss. Okay, let's do it. What do we got? Labor study. Yes,
engaged.
get them. Yes!
Special project complete.
Far-reaching changes to time management paradigms and the way responsibility is delegated within all fields of production and other duties on Karos Prime have produced good results. The populace has an evident desire, outside observers would call it an outright need, to be in close proximity to the native flora. With clever scheduling and additional checks in place, productivity remains low but has risen above the lower limit of what can be deemed acceptable. Good. Well, we've murdered all of the horrible aliens around here. Big success. Alright, well I'm gonna leave it there, ladies and gentlemen. Things are progressing. We have found some aliens. Quote-unquote negotiations are in place, when in reality I'm just trying to learn as much as I can about the cooperation or cooperative of Pack until we can get close enough to smash them. We need to explore a little bit more of the galaxy first before we can do that. We need more research ships, really. And we need to get through some of these anomalies and archaeological events and stuff, and we need to keep upgrading our fucking fleet so we can fight these fools. Remember, we researched them so we can kill them. That is the Terminid way, and that's what we will continue to do next time. Thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Lit Potatoes, Proxy, Caminera, Moa, Heartland, Harak J, Draft, Dresso, Sion Distance, Lol, Final Legend, Ethrobin, Linky, Xeon Cedar, Bimblewort, Majoko, Maimoon, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, Jessica Z, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny T800 for support me on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all. Big thanks. Good stuff. I fucked up my own outro. My throat's going. I've been doing this for 3 hours. I'm looking forward to what the future holds in this campaign, though. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive, and we'll see how that turns out. And if it gets me killed, it gets me killed. I guess we'll just have to do another campaign. What a fucking shame. I'm also looking forward to genetic modification. I'm curious as to what that could do. That could be fun. That could be very fun. I mainly am looking forward to getting some bigger ships to crush these goddamn Xenos with. And for that, we need research. We need to take their stuff, so we can use their stuff to make bigger stuff. Looking forward to that. Hoping you are too. But whatever happens next time, hope I see you there. Toodles. Goodbye.